Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone and happy Cash Stuffing Monday. I did just want to real quick apologize to you guys for not putting a video up on Friday. I said that it was going to be the weekly check-in, and then when I went and we went over everything, I had like 3 expenses to go over, and I just didn't feel like that was worthwhile content to put up. And I'm not the type of person to just like put up some content just to put it up. I want it to actually be impactful and meaningful. Because I think the more expenses you watch somebody track, the more the system sort of makes sense. And for me personally, it's my goal with my channel to be educational and like a tool or a resource for people who are maybe just starting off with this budgeting system to see the impact over the course of time and how, even though it's not exciting, if you maintain what you're doing, you will see success come from that. So, I didn't want to just put up like 3 expenses to track to show you guys. So that's why I didn't put anything up on Friday. But we're back here today with the second cash stuffing of June. So we're going to be stuffing $733 today. I'm going to go ahead and give this cash account and we'll get into the video. 1, 2, 3, 54, 50, 70, 90, 5, 10, 5, 30, 50, 70, 90, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 700, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33. There we go. My hubby is not with us again today. It's just a busy time, you guys. Like we were more intentional before the summer started this year, and we've been so grateful for it. We actually sat down at the beginning of the summer, actually before summer even started for our kids as far as school is concerned, and we sort of opened up our calendars and we looked at the entirety of the summer and kind of went over goals of like just fun things we wanted to do as a family. And so we marked all of the activities that we wanted to achieve. That sounds like a weird thing to say, but I mean, if you know, when you're in a family and there's work and responsibilities and stuff, you kind of have to map out your fun time or you'll forget to have it. So we sat down at the beginning of the summer. Like I said, we opened up our calendars and we scheduled in certain activities that we really wanted to make sure that we hit for the family and for the kids. And so this past weekend was one of those times. It was just a beach day, but I mean, any of you who have children, even a beach day for one person is an endeavor, because you set up an umbrella, everything gets sandy, you got to pack food, the whole 9. But when you've got kids, there's like an added layer there. So we had a great time. It was a full day at the beach. I got through like a book that I have been reading. I didn't finish it, but I'm almost done. A book that I've been reading for a year now, which sounds crazy, but it's the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, and there's a lot of like dialogue in it that's got obviously uncommon English, and so like trudging through those bits of dialogue has been a challenge. And so even though the story is phenomenal, it was so beautifully written and by a woman in 1860 something. I don't know. She was incredible, but the story is so beautiful and really well told. It's just getting through some certain pieces of dialogue that is a challenge, especially in the beginning of the book. And so it's not been something that I've really reached for because of that, but I'm so glad that I like stuck through, and I'm finishing it up now. And oh my gosh, I cannot recommend it enough to all of you. It is such a beautiful story. But then I can move on to some of my like easier chick lit so that I can just like fly through that stuff while I'm at the pool with the kids. But anyway, I went off on a complete and total tangent, but, anyway, that's why Mr. Simple and I didn't get to film together yesterday. We usually film these on Sundays. And we just, you know, kind of laid low and unwound from a beach day. And we had other things that we had to do to like get our budget in order. We have to go over lots of like little details and stuff. So we just didn't get to filming. And I was like, well, I'll film today and it serves the purpose. So anyways, I'm done rambling, I swear. I'm going to go ahead and get into this stuffing. So we're going to start off with high priority sinking funds as per usual. Why do I still have grocery money? I don't think I returned my grocery money from last week. Oh, because I didn't do silly Veda. I don't know why I chose to stuff it then. That was silly. I am going to stuff it because I'm going to have to return all of it anyway, but I'm stuffing it another 400. But yeah, that was so silly. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Well, this will get sorted out this week. Anyway, I haven't done my grocery shopping for the week, so obviously it's Monday. But currently in groceries, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 50, 700, 50, 800. Yeah, because I didn't do the video, I didn't return the cash. Silly Veda. Anyways, moving right along to taxes, it's getting $10 this week. And now in taxes, we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Taxes, it gets $10 a week, but then also anything that I earn from Etsy and YouTube, I have to withhold the tax money before I like pay myself. And so that's where the numbers can get wonky because I just do a percentage. And so it might be like, you know, $16 or, I mean, it's never that low, but it will be an odd number like that because I go off of a percentage. I don't withhold any more than is absolutely necessary because it irritates me that I have to pay taxes to begin with. Medical is up next and it's getting $25. So 25. And now in medical, we've got 100, 200, 10. That's random. Okay. Has Mr. Simple been in my envelope? You never know. All right, let's try that again. 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 65, 75, 76, 77, 78, and 79. So usually we have a threshold of 250 to go to the bank, but this one's going to be spent from a little bit. We have some medical things to return, so it's going to dip back below 250 anyway. Car expenses is going to be getting 15 this week. I always do this. I always grab my placeholders. I sell these, by the way, in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is always linked below. I sell the dashboards and the envelopes as well. But, you know, don't buy from me if it's not in budget. You know what else works just as effectively? Envelopes that you can get from the dollar store and little pieces of paper that you can write to do placeholders if you have money in the bank. Don't spend money on things that you can't afford when you're trying to budget. I promise you it's not worth it. Anyways, now in car expenses, we've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 65, 70, 71, 72, and 73. This is one that has built up consistently and we've been very, very happy with it. Home maintenance is up next and it's going to be getting $20 this week. And now in home maintenance, we've got 20, 40, 55. Oops. There we go. Household is up next and it's going to be getting 20 this week. So it's got 20, 35, 36. Toiletries is also getting 20, and I actually earmarked a $20 bill for this time for real. If you saw my video last Thursday, I misappropriated my denominations, and it took me forever to figure out what I had done, and it was because I put a 20 in toiletries, and I don't usually do that with the first stuffing of the month. I usually give it like small denominations so that I have change accessible in my envelopes. And it was a real kerfuffle. So now in toiletries, we've got 20, 40, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, and 69. Next up is clothes, maybe. Yes, clothes is getting 25. And now in close, we've got 20, 40, 55, 65, 66, and 67. Let's see. Oh, so these categories back here, they're only stuffed once a month because it's a very small dollar amount we're saving for annually. Finance Coach is getting its monthly stuff this week, and it's getting $5. Now in Finance Coach, we've got 20, 45. Oops. And then HOA and union dues are not being stuffed quite yet. Low priority sinking funds is up next. And dine out is being skipped. It is usually only stuffed with side income. Haircuts is getting $20 this week. I don't know why that's in there all wonky. Maybe I did that. Now in haircuts, we've got 20, 40, 51. Home decor is currently, it's also stuffed with side income, but I kind of have it on a hiatus as well. It's just not a priority for us right now. Dates is getting $10. And now in dates, we've got 100, 10, 25, 26. Really, really want to do a brunch with my hubby. His is up next, and this is my husband spending money, and he's getting $10 this week. And now on his, he's got 20, 30, 45, 46, and 47, plus 250 in the bank. Hers is being skipped. I stuffed this one last week. This is my spending money for the month. And then this one, I mean, I feel like a broken record. I keep telling you guys this over and over again, but just in case you happen to be new to my channel, this is an envelope that I stuff that is for, I'm trying to encourage myself to spend less impulsively and to buy things that are higher quality and more classic pieces that will stand the test of time. I'm a person who likes clothes and shoes and bags. Bags a little bit less, shoes a little bit less, but I still enjoy all of them nonetheless. And literally since, I returned it in May. So I ordered a shirt from this French brand. And when it came in, it was a little too small. So what I decided to do, because I contacted them and I was like, can I just exchange it? And they were like, we don't do exchanges. You're going to have to order like the next size up and you can just return this one. It's very expensive though. Like the shirt is literally like, you guys are going to laugh at me. The shirt is like $39, but the shipping was like $25. And so I was like, okay, I like this shirt. I want the size that I want. And so I ordered it again, except for I ordered 2 sizes so that I could just really make sure that I got the shirt that I wanted. And then since I already had to return the one size, I was like, well, then I can return the other size with it. So the other 2 shirts came in, I kept the size that I wanted, and I returned the other 2. And I have not been stuffing this envelope because it's still showing in our bank, like in my funds, as like a discrepancy. And so I've just not been stuffing my envelopes so that once that all sorts itself out, and then I'll go back to stuffing my envelope again. And so all of my money is just kind of sitting in the bank and waiting for the return to come through. Except for that, I just checked the label because, you know, the USPS gives you a tracking label and it looks like they returned it back to me. So now I have to like send a mean email to these people because I followed their protocol. I, did everything that they said in order to be able to return it. The return was approved and they're sending it back to me. And so that's problematic to me, except for communicating with them has been a little bit of a challenge because they're French and they speak French. Their English is clear. Like their English is decent in terms of communication, but like communicating with me in English is a little bit like their phrasing is wonky. So anyways, that's why I'm not stuffing this. It looks like I'm spending like a Rockefeller, but I'm not. I'm just not stuffing it right now until all of that gets sorted out. And I'm very frustrated because I sent the return on like May 19th. And you see what time it is now. So anyways, that was a very long-winded story, but I figure I had the time to tell you. Anyway, Pretty Hair funds my haircut, and it's getting $10 this week. I just got my haircut not that long ago, which is why it's looking light, and it's got 20 now. There we go. Family Fun is getting $10 this week as well. And now in Family Fun, we've got 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 300, 10, 21, which is nice because we actually have a fun activity planned for this weekend. And so we're going to use up some of this money for that. House Project is also on a stuffing hiatus because we are focusing all of our extra money on our emergency fund. All right, Holiday Sinking Funds is up last for the day. First up, we've got gifts. It's getting $10. And now in gifts, we've got 100, 10, 21. Oops. Slowly, $100 of this is actually already earmarked for something else. So the 21 is a slow rebuild because we had 2 graduation parties in one weekend, neither of which was planned. We were sort of like last minute invited to both of them. So like ordinarily when I know something like that is coming, I will throw a little bit of extra money toward a category like that. But that blindsided us. So the 100 is technically not in here. It's been gifted already. It just hasn't been cashed because we sent a check. And so we've got 21 technically in gifts. And I'm like, oh man, we need to rebuild that. Partay is up next. It's getting $15 this week. And this funds birthday parties we throw for our kids. And like little, you know, if we have folks over for drinks or food or whatever, it kind of covers that too. So now in Partay, we've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 65. All right, Valentine's Day is being skipped. Our little holidays are only stuffed once a month. So Easter is getting its monthly stuff of $7. And now in Easter, we've got 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Oops. Okay, vacation is being skipped for now because we just purchased our plane tickets for our vacation that we're doing in July. So we used the money that we already had in vacation in conjunction with the money that was going to be stuffed this month. And so that covered the entirety of the plane tickets. And so we're just not stuffing it for the rest of June to comp for that. But it's still a, you know, cash paid for vacation, which is exciting. School Things is up next and getting 10 as well. 10 is a magic number around here. And now in School Things, we've got 10, 20, 35, 36, and we also have 250 in the bank. I just didn't put the placeholder in here. Halloween is being skipped, as is Thanksgiving. This one, I have a plan. I swear, I promise. It just hasn't come to fruition yet. Christmas is getting $75 this week. Whoops. So 50, 70, and 5. And now in Christmas, we actually have 1,500 in the bank. Again, I didn't put the correct placeholder in here. But in the envelope here, we've got 100, 50, 200, 20, 45, 55. So technically that's reached the threshold to go to the bank again, even though I just condensed $500 from here, but that's okay. Goals is goals. Last up for the day is our pool membership. We actually just paid for this. So this is for the pool membership for next summer. And it's getting our remaining $16 here. So now in pool, we've got 10, 25, 30, 31, and 32. And that is that. We don't even do this anymore. Like the dollar savings challenge was for when inflation was not insane. You know, those was the days. Anyways, that is going to do it for me for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you got going on. Do you have any fun summer plans? Do you have vacations coming up? I always like to hear that kind of stuff from you guys. So we are just a normal week around here, except for a fun activity that we do have planned with the kids this weekend. So we're looking forward to that. But that will be the next time you see me. On Friday, I will be back here with you guys for the weekly check-in, for real this time, because we've got last week's expenses and this week's expenses that we're going to be going over. So it'll be a little bit of a chunkier hunk of content for you guys, as opposed to just like 3 expenses and me sitting here for 10 minutes with you and being done. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye, everyone.